coming out. We've got a good message for you, okay? So what I'm going to be discussing is credit repair, business credit, and then of course the Atlanta membership. That's why we are here today. So I got some good things for you, okay? So this is 5 tips to better credit. 5 tips. Number 1, super easy. Or I feel it's super easy, but it's one of those things that most people have an issue with. I probably feel like it's the number 1 thing most people have an issue with. And that's understanding credit. That's understanding the importance and also just understanding exactly what it is, which is not difficult either. I want to reference this book our team read last month. It's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. One of the habits, which I think is number 3, if I'm correct, y'all, number 3. It says, seek first to understand. So, like he says, before a lawyer decides on a brief or an argument, what they do is they do the discovery. Before a teacher decides to move forward with instruction, she first assesses. Before a doctor prescribes, they must first what? Diagnose. Right. So before we can ask someone to, or request a service, or ask someone to understand or help us out, we first got to understand where we're at to begin with. Now, Dave Ramsey, leading debt expert in the U.S., one of the leading ones, he says that 80% of the loans done in the United States are subprime loans. Does anybody know what a subprime loan is? What you got? You said what now?
Challenge credit loan.
Well, it's related to that. Any other?
High interest.
Exactly. So a subprime loan is directly related to those 2 things. A subprime loan is a loan that is associated with an interest rate of 8% or higher.
Wow.
Yeah. So 80% of people are in this situation. That means 8 out of 10 of us. I'm not sure exactly how many it is. I tried to count really quickly, but I'm not good at math. But at least 20 of us in here. So 80% of us. So that means pretty much almost, more than every other person is in a situation where they do need to fix their credit. So if it is that important, then it's something obviously that we all need to take a serious look at. So that's when I said understanding. So not just understanding the importance of it, but also understanding exactly how it works. That's super easy. So if you guys need to do one thing that's very important, get a credit monitoring service. If you pay a subscription for cable, if you pay a subscription for iTunes, if you got a subscription for Audibles, CrossFit. I picked up a very expensive subscription for. If you guys have any of those subscriptions, then you got to subscribe to a credit monitoring service. This is super easy. There's 2 of them that I recommend. The first one is privacyguard.com. So privacyguard.com. And the second is creditchecktotal.com. These 2 websites, 100% Finance, is found to be 2 of the most accurate websites. So not Credit Karma. So it's not free. You do have to pay a small, a very small subscription per month, but it's worth it because credit is important. Credit is life. Money is income. That's the number 1 determining factor in your standard of living, and credit is 2. Not who the president is, right? Not what you ate for breakfast. Not the haters out there telling you that real estate investing is something that will lose you money. The 2 things that determine your standard of living is income and then credit. So if you weren't, you're concerned about how much you're making every month, great, but also be concerned about credit because this is how banks view you. You're either a good business person or a bad business person. There's no in between. How many, this probably happens to y'all because it happens to me all the time. You ever ask somebody how they doing? They might say, oh man, just another day, another dollar. Same old thing as yesterday, right? Trying to maintain. Y'all hear that a lot? But there's no such thing, right? You're either on the incline or the decline. Exactly. You're the good business person or a bad business person. So you want to make sure that you are on the good side. And that's what is going to be happening when you take care of your credit. So understanding. The next thing you want to do is not be fooled. You don't want to be fooled by conventional wisdom because conventional wisdom states that, hey, bankruptcy's got to stay in your credit report for how long?
7 years.
7 years. Late pays got to remain in your credit report. Student loan late pays, charge-offs, all of these things. But this is not true. Credit repair is real. So don't be fooled. A wise man takes action at once. Right? A wise man does at once what a fool does finally. So don't be, that's a hot line, right? So don't be fooled. And everybody else around you getting your credit repair, you're the only one talking about, I don't think it's real. I think they're going to take my money. I don't think 4 to 6 months is reasonable. And because I need my credit fixed now. Well, everybody need credit fixed now. Everybody in the same boat. So don't be fooled and be the only one that's not privy to this information because it's out there. Moving on to number 3. Number 3 is be strategic. This is your credit. Warren talks about this. He says, you know, he treats his credit like he treats his friends. You know, some people, they abuse their credit. Some people abuse their friends. But you don't want to be in that situation. If you got a friend, what I like to do, I like to give. Anything my friends need, give. I don't ask. Until that one thing, finally I got a big favor. And then I request, but because I've given so much, contributed so much, they have no problem with doing it. That's how you should treat your credit. You don't shop your credit around everywhere, willy-nilly, with no concern, with no foresight. You want to be strategic. So before you go into that car dealership, as an example, before you go to that car dealership, you should already know where you stand credit-wise, about what interest rate your credit demands. Because a lot of things, people, when I used to work at a car dealership, man, you should have heard the reasons why people say they have bad credit. There's only one reason you got bad credit. Does anybody know what that is? You ain't pay your bills. Just you. You in general. Because you are the only person to blame. And they used to blame everything. But it's the decisions that they made that led them to that point. So you got to be strategic. When you go to that car dealership, know what you deserve. And get pre-qualified. Get pre-qualified. Before you apply to that credit card, whether it be Discover, Visa, Chase, any of those things, already know by calling a simple phone call, the 800 number, ask them, what credit bureaus do you guys pull and how many? So I'm not going to apply to Discover if they pull Equifax. I know my Equifax is the worst score I have. I'm going to hang up the phone, then I'm going to call Chase, because I know Chase pulls Experian. I know my Experian score is the highest. So be strategic. Now the 4th thing is it's okay to get a little help, right? To piggyback. Now, it's ways to increase your credit, very strategic ways that are not known to most people, that you can use to build. And even though these things are little known, these things are this knowledge is readily available. Literally, if you just go on Google and search how to increase my credit, you see all kind of credit unions pop up with first-time bank accounts, secure credit card options, right? Starter installment loans. These are all things that you can use. Now, if you want to take a shortcut, which is also what I would recommend, if you can either afford it, it's going to cost you a little bit of money, right? Or if you have the network or the connection, what you can do is actually leverage someone else's good credit to improve your credit. So as an example, it's called piggybacking, or another term is authorized users. So Dawn, let's say your mom, for example, she has excellent credit, and you have credit that's not so good. What you can do is actually get your mom to add you onto one of her or 2 of her, or however many of her credit lines, that is going to then appear on your credit profile to, in turn, boost your credit. And that's free. Now, not all of us have moms, dads, cousins, or really anybody with excellent credit in our families. Now we have 4 people. So I got a small family in my house. At first it was 0. Then when I got my credit fixed, I was able to use that same strategy to get my grandmother's credit fixed, my mom's credit fixed, and my sister. My sister had never purchased anything, ever. And she has excellent credit because she's listed on my credit loans. Now if you don't have those connections, like I said, you can always pay for the service. It's a trade line service. You actually pay a service to broker that arrangement between someone who has excellent credit and someone who has not so good credit. Okay? So we got those things. And number 5 is just take action. Once you already understand what's going on, you in the know because you know that these negative items can be removed. You also are aware that a strategy must be implemented to be successful credit-wise, to be a good business person. And you also know different tips or tricks of the trade to increase your credit. It's not just about knowing, right? It's about doing. first step? Take the first step. That's really what it is. That's really the first step of anything. Because many people, they know all the ranges. They know everything what's going on. They know the inside and outside. But they never move forward. So don't be that person stuck in indecision. You got to move forward with these things. And once you do, it's a world, it's a world changer. Like, these things are huge. Credit affects everything. It was actually recently a study put out. This is by, oh my goodness. I hate to reference things and I don't have the source that it came from, so I'll get you guys this. But they actually did a study on marriages and relationships and found out that credit was actually one of the top determining factors of who you marry and how long you stay married to them. That's crazy.
I know that.
How you decide where you live at, how big your house, how small your house, how nice your car, who your friends are, also who you date. That's crazy. So you're talking about Holly Berry credit. Maybe you had extra credit, you actually date maybe you actually date Holly Berry, right? So these are things that you no, seriously. And at first, just like, I remember having this feeling when I was probably until I graduated high school, but when you get your progress report and you know it's not good and you can't stand looking at it, and then let's say your mom finds it right, she's like, what is this? And you're like, I don't know. It makes you sick. Because you know you did bad. You know you ain't pay that bill. You know you just went 3 to 6 months without doing nothing. Not answering no phones for the creditors. Not checking your bank account. I done been there, trust me. That's the last thing I want to look at is my credit and my bank account. But keep at it, week by week. Eventually, that same thing that makes you sick will make you happy and motivated. If I ever get down, I look at my credit score, I'm good. Like 750, let me call you some credit increases right now. How much you make, Mr. Captain? I can say anything, because my credit demands $300,000. Okay, let's see here. Are we gonna raise the credit limit $15,000, $20,000? Now, had I said $300,000, then I had bad credit look at it, they said, let us improve. Let us see your W-2, let us see your monthly paycheck stuff. So your credit really demands that respect. It really does. It is crazy. Stated income is what they go off of if you got excellent credit.
And you can just say anything.
You can say anything.
Well, let me, the reason.
I would recommend you to say how much, $199? Or $299?
I'm gonna get too much.
Okay. But you can literally say anything.
Less than 200.
Yeah.
The question they ask is, what's your projected income?
Wait, projected household.
Household income.
How many people in your household?
10.
How many?
Right. So that's it, guys. That's it with credit. Does anybody have any questions or concerns about that, real quick? You got one?
What about CPN numbers?
Well, okay, so we don't recommend CPN numbers. With our experience with CPNs, it works and it doesn't work. So in that situation, most people who are offering CPNs will not give you a refund. So if it didn't work, you'll be out of luck. And also, banks are getting very smart. Very, very smart. So as we move, they're always going to come out with different strategies to protect their money, protect their investment. And now what they're asking a lot is copies of utility bills and also Social Security cards. So the thing is with a CPN, you get it, and then you got to make another decision about how to come up with this utility bill, paycheck stuff, or a Social Security card. You didn't want to be put in that situation. It is a problem stuff that people come up with, but it can only lead you the wrong direction. So I would stay away from it, especially because credit repair is only 4 to 6 months. It's not a lifetime. 4 to 6 months is enough time to get your stuff straight.
You said 4 to 6?
4 to 6.
Okay.
4 to 6 months. I'm going to take Monty first.
As far as the trade line services, how does that work? Like, I've seen different services, but they say, it'll stay on a month or two. How does that work with the company that you work with?
So We don't actually offer trade line service. What we do offer, credit repair, inquiry removal, and business credit, which I'll talk about soon. But generally, the way trade line service works is you get a set amount of time to borrow.
Okay.
And it's so 2 cycles, which is typically about 30 to 45 days.
Okay.
So in 30 to 45 days, man, you could, if you wanted to, you could apply to 1 million credit cards. But 30 to 45 days is enough time for you to apply to what you need. Once you get your primary trade lines, I see what's wrong, Don.
I don't know what trade line service is.
Okay, so a trade line is an account, an open account. So when you look at your credit and you see you got a student loan account, you got your $5,000 credit card, you got your Aaron's Rent a Center account, all those are trade lines. So when you're getting added, when you're adding a trade line to your profile, you're just adding an open account to your profile.
You talked about it earlier, right? Piggybacking?
Yeah,
Piggyback.
you're synonymous, yeah.
Correct. Correct. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it more.
Okay.
We'll talk about it more.